Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sportsbook in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
That's right, you're listening to the almighty Hot Zone, doing the intro to the Loud Spot podcast. You're goddamn right, we're doing intros for podcasts now. And if you don't like it, you can suck the entire circumference of my... Wayne Tretzky with the squeals and the drops. P1E goes on till it pops. Cannonball, don't trust a cop. Johnny Spotswood just don't know when to stop. Yeah, and if you don't like it, you better take your ass up to the snooty fox, because this is the Loud Spot. Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian Cosby, here in Oklahoma City. I got my homie KP on the line tonight. What's up, KP?
What up?
Man, we're excited. We have Zach Martin here, and his band is called Word Problems. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going, man?
So what's up with your band, man? Thank you for sending me your songs, and tell us a little bit about the music and what you guys do.
So we play. I feel like we kind of. It's hard to define what we do. We kind of are a punk post-hardcore type band, but we really are all over the place as far as our influences, and we're only a trio. So I think with what we do, we can kind of accomplish a lot. We've just been really trying very hard to break out in our scene, and we've been putting together a full-length album for about 2 years, and it's about to come out in October, and we're really excited about it. So
nice, dude.
Awesome.
I talked to you last night on the phone a little bit, and I asked if you liked Rise Against.
Oh, yeah, dude. So I grew up in Chicago. Rise Against is from Chicago.
Okay.
So there was a few hometown bands, even Fall Out Boy. I was super into Fall Out Boy and stuff from up there. But, Rise Against, like you said, sort of that gravelly, vocal thing. Yes. I've always kind of been drawn to the vocals that are more, not quite entirely sang, I guess, more yelled, you know?
Yeah, and you guys do a great job with that. And also... I think your band, there's a similar sound. It's not it doesn't sound like Rise Against, but there's definitely a similarity in style.
Right.
I would say.
And absolutely. Yeah.
And you sing for them, right? You sing and play guitar.
Yes, I sing and play guitar. So we're a trio. We have pretty much all of us do vocals, but my drummer sings most of the backup stuff. You'll hear a lot of that on the record where he's singing some parts too. Awesome.
Yeah, I jammed out to it a few times today. I listened to all the songs today that were playing on the show. I think we have a pretty fun set. So this song, I love the name of your song. And how did you come up with that name, Conversations with Houseplants?
I was going to ask that. Yeah, a lot of the idea of that song, it's kind of like, I kind of see things, I feel like kind of like a filmmaker sometimes. So I'm kind of looking at things as like images. And I got this idea for just kind of a guy just like sitting drunk, spilling his guts out to a houseplant because he didn't have anybody else to talk to. Right. And that's sort of like kind of my entire approach. I guess I kind of like to bear myself in that way where I'll say a lot of things and I kind of get a little bit cutting to myself in a way in some songs, but the music means a lot to me, and it's at that level of emotion sometimes where I write most of this stuff, and that's sort of where I was when this song got written too.
That's awesome, man. My wife talks to our house plants, but that's because I think she thinks they grow better. That's awesome.
Conversations with houseplants can get deep, bro.
Oh yeah,
I mean, like real deep.
Especially,
I think I might there for a second.
All right, we're going to play right now Conversations with Houseplants by Word Problems. And I want to thank Zach Martin for being on the show tonight and KP. Let's go.
Thanks.
Fingertips
All right, that was Word Problems, dude. I love that song. Okay, what were you guys talking about? Because, see, when this music is playing, I can't really hear you guys talking that well, but you guys are talking about Asheville and breweries.
Yeah.
That's what I picked up.
We were talking about, he was asking where I was from, and I was talking about how cool Huntington Beach is, and just back and forth. But yeah, we were talking about just places down here and near like North Carolina's music scene and stuff.
Yeah, he's in Atlanta, and while I was in North Carolina, I was wanting to go to an Atlanta United game, soccer game, which I still will once everything opens back up. But we were talking about like getting permits to start throwing like old school backyard concerts like we used to do growing up.
Yeah.
Dude, eventually, if this podcast gets big enough, I actually would want to probably start like touring, you know, like getting a bunch of bands together and setting up.
Oh yeah.
That'd be super fun to do.
Dude, like the loud spot, I can totally see being like the trademark band interviewer and all the shows, like just going on tour, you know?
Dude, we're making so I have a buddy in Guatemala. I made a post about him last night. His name is David Gardner, and he owns a printing shop.
Okay.
So he used to live here in Oklahoma City. That's how I know him. And he lives in Guatemala now, so we're trying to work out a deal where we can get like different bands to maybe go through him to get their shirts and stuff made. You know, like
absolutely. That's the like raddest location transition I've ever heard, dude. Like
I know.
I went from Oklahoma to Guatemala.
Right.
He went from Guatemala to Oklahoma. I think he actually moved to Belize for a little bit. But then he went to Guatemala to go help his mom out because his mom had the print shop. And so he went there to go help her out and do that. So he's been there for a few years now. So
wow.
He's a pretty cool dude, and so we're gonna hopefully maybe work together and try to figure something out.
Oh, that was what I wanted to ask you. Have you guys done any East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, any kind of tours?
Oh, so no, actually, we're a pretty new band in the relative scheme of things. So,
okay,
like I said, we're a trio. We kind of formed up in January 18, and then we put out a couple of things. Like we did a 3-song EP that is on Spotify right now. That honestly, all three of us absolutely hate how it sounds. Listen to it, but we did those 3 songs again on the album, and the new versions of them sound infinitely just. It sounds like us to us now. You know,
that's good.
And,
right.
In the meantime, before all this kind of started to happen, or I guess really when quarantine started to be a thing, I live with my drummer, so I mean, perfect, you know, right? But
right.
So we put together a cover EP. We did 3 punk songs from like the early 2000s.
Nice.
We did a My Chemical Romance cover. We did a Millencolin cover, and we did a brand new cover. Yeah.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 31. God,
okay.
Think about it.
I know I'm 30.
I do too. Like, they'll ask me at the store, you know, like, how old are you? I'm like, gosh, I don't know. I'm like 42 or 43. I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere around 40, maybe.
You know, it's a whole different story than like when you're trying to be 21 and you're not, and you just like automatically tell them you're 22. It's like you are lying. Like, but no, I'm 42 or 43, and I don't know. 1977. You do the math.
You just got to say I might be an age.
I'm of age. Okay, so I want to move on to. There's a band, and look, their band's name is called Christmas. Okay. So
I loved this one. I loved this one.
Yeah, this song's. But the thing is, you know how hard it is to find a band named Christmas on Facebook.
Yeah.
I kept running into Mariah Carey, man.
Dude, speaking of which, we always get messages on our Facebook page from people and just like, God knows where they're sending a message from, but they're asking us to like solve word problems for their kids' math.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It is the worst thing ever. It's like, I might be able to help you, but I'm not doing the math. Like, I'm just not going to do it. So.
I will help you solve that word problem. Let me go have a conversation with my plan.
People go on Facebook, they look up word problems.
Right, let me talk to this house planner.
Let me go talk to my plan about that one.
What did you say, Sebastian?
Well, because when you go on, some parents will look up on Facebook and look up word problems for like their kids' word problems in school, and they come across their band page, and then they see conversations with houseplants, and they start asking their houseplants.
Oh yeah, no. If anybody does that and then finds our music, I can almost guarantee they're probably not going to be into it really, because I think I told you last night, like 6 of the 10 songs on the album I would consider like explicit lyrics. Right. It's not like I'm rapping about, like, it's not like a rap song like that, but it has a lot of F-bombs and stuff.
They just heard the song, but, I mean, my daughter has word problems, and I love your music, so there you go. Okay, I'm going to add Christmas, but yeah, they were super hard to find on Facebook. I forgot how I got a hold of them, but Max Kaspar is my contact with that band, and they are out of Germany.
Oh, cool.
Lots of years.
See, I couldn't find them.
I'm wondering what the accent was.
Yeah. I couldn't find that track, so I haven't got to listen to it. Like I said, I kept running into like Nat King Cole's Christmas album, Mariah Carey. I was like, dude, I'll wait till the podcast.
Yeah. Well, then you can't really hear it though. That's what kind of sucks. But like you guys, I can hear it fantastic. I just can't hear you guys. You guys can hear each other, but not this song. But I will send you, but you'll hear the podcast anyways tonight, Kenny. So
yes, I'll be listening to it after.
So you guys can both hear it. Yeah. I love this song, so thanks to the band Christmas out of Germany for sending this to me. Max Kaspar, I actually got him on Facebook also. And so I like when I get a hold of bands and I start talking to them on Facebook and message. It's kind of cool, because I get to meet all kinds of different people from around the world, which is, like, literally, I think it's super fun to be able to do that. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Christmas. Push fast. I hope you guys like it. I love it. All right, that was Chris's with Push Fast. This podcast is definitely for like another punk podcast. Is definitely harder punk music than my last punk podcast I did.
So look, we just found out that if we just kindly shut up, we can actually hear the music.
There's a band called Kindly Shut Up that I'm interviewing on Sunday.
Yeah, no, I was referencing that because we showcased them. But
I figured that.
But he's like, I bet you if we just shut up, we could probably hear the music. And then we stopped, and the music came through. I really like that track.
Did you? Yeah, that's cool. So, when bands send me like more than one song, I have to pick out which one that I want to play. And I pick it by like my favorite, But it's not necessarily the one they want me to play. But I kind of play. A lot of times, if they want me to play one song, send me one song.
With that song, though, you probably nailed it, though, because, like, I was just telling Kay, I was, so I just started skateboarding again. So that was, like, right up my alley. Yeah, at 31.
Dude,
hey, but I learned how to kickflip again.
Hold on. I'm going to show you something real quick, because I got you right there.
Hey!
I just bought this skateboard.
Nice.
I was 37 when I bought it, and I'm 38 now, so I was going through a midlife crisis. I bought the skateboard.
Check it out.
It's a toy machine.
Check it out, boy. Nice.
That is so cool. I can't do I can't do a kickflip anymore, but I was surprised that I could still ollie. I have to ollie.
I tried to go off ledge.
I have to ollie on the grass.
Hurt myself.
Yeah, dude.
On the grass. That's funny.
On the grass, because if I do it on the concrete, I might slip the ball.
You can check out my Instagram, because I just been stuff about that, too. I've just been, like, kind of documenting when I've been able to do tricks.
That's awesome, man. I went to the skate park, on Saturday with a buddy of mine, just because his kids want to go there, and, all these little, 14-year-olds were following me around thinking I was super cool or something. Just because, I look like I, either used to be in a band or something. I thought
they probably thought that was good.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. So, did you guys hear the song?
Yeah, none of the kids follow me around when I'm at the skate park because they're like, this guy sucks. Why is he just ollieing off the same ledge 5 years?
Right? That's what I would do. Hey, at least you get back out there. It's a way to stay healthy also.
Exactly.
It's a way to stay in shape because I go running every day, but I'd rather just skateboard around for a few miles. It'd be a lot more fun. Then I'd bust my ass probably.
Yeah.
I was telling him that's why
it's something to back.
It's what?
My skateboard stays put up against the wall just like yours.
Yep, that's where it belongs.
I'll ride a longboard any day though.
Yeah, well, you live in you live where they longboard on the beaches a lot down there, don't they?
Yeah.
Have you guys had a chance to check out?
Yeah, you can longboard.
Did you have a chance to check out Sonorous Rising?
That was the one I couldn't find.
I couldn't find them either.
Okay, so there is a lady in the band named Stephanie Sutera, and on their Facebook page it says that she's one of the vocalists. I don't know if she's on this track or not. I picked this one. I didn't listen to the whole entire song. People have to understand. I want everyone to know. I get a lot of songs emailed to me all the time, so I kind of go through them. I kind of just listen to just a little bit of the song, and then I move on to someone else. But I know Stephanie sent this to me. I added her on Facebook also, and I believe they're out of Connecticut. So they're the same time.
Not a lot of bands from Connecticut.
Lot of good bands from the East Coast.
Yeah, there's a lot, but I've never heard of a band from Connecticut. I don't think.
No, well, I'm sure they have them. I'm sure there's.
I know it. Well, now we know. Now we know.
Hey, music exists in Connecticut.
Right.
I'm gonna play them right now because we got 24 minutes left. We got 3 more songs to get through.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. This song is called "Scenery" by Sonorous Rising.
He brought me this to a
humming this song.
I like it.
It's so good.
It reminds me of something that they would play in a kid version. Kind of got like a little feel cool. Hey, dude, like, it's out of Connecticut. That's what
Exactly. This is what Connecticut comes like. This is what it sounds like. Wow. Never knew. Gonna be listening to Connecticut now. Man.
Yes.
So what does that remind you guys of?
Dude,
It's Connecticut music, man. That is what it sounds like.
Like what?
It
You guys are okay.
It reminded me of something that you would hear in a
In a what?
in a Tim Burton movie, like cartoon kind of creepy style,
Yeah.
like.
It reminded me of like a kind of like
Yeah.
kind of it was. So I looked at the music. I think they described themselves as kind of ska, punk, skater, something like that. I don't remember, but they definitely have like kind of like a rockabilly, psychobilly sound mixed with it.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's theatrical. It's like it reminds me of like I don't know, even like bands like My Chemical Romance, kind of in a weird way.
Yeah, I definitely in that track.
I can see My Chemical Romance like it's not like, to me it's not like My Chemical Romance at all, but it's theatrical. It's then like there's a guy that KP knows that I know named Jim Rowdy, and Jim Rowdy had like a theatrical band where he would actually have like it was like a horror play while he was playing the music, and that was actually and I was in that band for like a month I think. But they
kicked him out.
their drummer who quit came back is what happened. But it was cool about like I could see them going on stage and having like a whole like murder show on stage.
Oh yeah, yes, man,
That's exactly what I was feeling.
Yeah, that art rock stuff too. Right now, like it's huge. Like the whole kind of like make a show of it. You know? Yeah.
Yes, I think it's cool when bands do stuff like that. I think it's and for like if you don't need stage presence if you have a wild show going on while your band's playing, like someone getting chased with a chainsaw and
Right.
That's super fun to see. It's just like a play with original music. I mean, that's just that takes a lot of talent. If I don't know if those guys do that, they'll let me know because they're probably going to hear this podcast and I'm going to tag them in it. And if they do stuff like that, that'd be super cool. If they don't, then they should look into it because they'd have I would definitely go pay. I would go all the way to Connecticut to hear that.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Connecticut music too. By the way, apparently Connecticut has some really good music. I'm going to be listening to Connecticut from now on.
Right.
Well, good for you. I'm glad I showed you something.
Yeah.
you never know. Do you know what? I get all these emails, and almost like literally almost every single band, if not every single band, doesn't suck. Like they send me their stuff, and I'm like, that sounds good.
Oh yeah.
I get okay.
Yeah, man.
This next band, I wasn't sure where to play them because I didn't know if they were punk. I didn't know if they were metal. They say they're hardcore. I've been talking back and forth with Cody Clark from a band called Power Sync. These guys are.
Oh, I saw you talking about these guys. I saw you, and I had to listen to this. I heard this one.
Yeah, So I wasn't sure. I was like, we're going to play on a punk rock episode. I'm going to play on like a metal episode. Am I going to play just like on a random episode where I just kind of play whatever I want, you know? And I didn't know where. And he told me, he said, hey, just play it wherever you feel like. And I said, Opinions. I had a different song that I was picked out, but Opinions has more of a punk feel to it, I guess. And I couldn't not play them because I think there's probably a couple bands that sound like them, but I mean, they're as original as they get, dude. I mean, they are original as...
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good, and I like the short songs, too. We have a couple of those on our record, so I'm a really big fan of kind of dropping a short song, too.
Yeah, I think this song is actually... Let me find it real quick. Like I said last night, I used to upload the songs while another song was playing, but now if I do that, it pauses. So I need to invest in a hard drive, and I'll probably do that tomorrow, actually.
Always build...
Let me see here. They are called...
And this is a band from Belgium?
No, this band, Power Sync, is from Alabama.
From Alabama.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We need to... Hey, Power Sync, hit up at Word Problems ATL. Let's book a tour. Let's do something.
Right? Absolutely.
Because you guys are all getting tagged on here anyways. You guys get a hold of each other. I want to thank Cody Clark for sending this to me and for being super cool on Facebook and being patient with us playing this song. I was like, I got to play your song. I got to play it. So we're going to play it right now. And I love the name Power Sync. That's a super cool name. That's a super cool name.
That's a great name.
All right, here we go. That's it, dude. I could totally see that band like smashing everything on stage.
Yeah, I really love that song. I want to see them play live really bad. I wasn't ever particularly fond of like hardcore punk bands or anything, but there are certain bands in any genre where it kind of feels like they're just like the top of it, and they really seem like they know what they're doing.
Yes, their band. The name of that album, I believe, is called The Joker. I mean, let me double check that real quick because I want people to go on there and they're on. I know they're on Apple Music because I picked them up on Apple Music, and I think they're also on Spotify. But such a unique, and I love when I get unique bands like that. You know, like just something totally different that's gonna throw you for like you know when you get bands and something's just completely different. It's like you automatically love it.
Right. With established bands, you get like this idea of, okay, this is their sound, and then they put out albums, and it's like, this is the surprise on this album. This is a surprise on this album. But when you find a band that's truly unique, their first album surprises you.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. And when I heard that song, I was like, because I haven't heard a song like that in a long time, especially on a podcast. You know, we're trying to play different music and promote different songs. So thanks, Power Sync, Cody Clark, for sending that to us. We're going to keep on playing your music on the podcast. I want to get to a spot where I just kind of rotate bands like that I played before, because I played one song one day and like another song another day. And
cool.
We'll get that going. I do want this band from Wisconsin called, and I don't know if it's now. How would you say? Is it Rhetoric Vendetta or Rhetoric?
It's Rhetoric.
Rhetoric Vendetta.
I remember this one too because they sound like this band that I have a CD in my car from another band called Hanging Judge that's from around here.
Okay.
And they reminded me of them they're not the same really, but they reminded me of them right away because it's like that political anarcho-punk.
Do you think like where you're from decides how you say rhetoric?
No, not at all. I'm a stickler for grammar.
That's a good question, Sebastian.
That word.
It's not you know, like you can say Route 66 or Route 66. Yeah, I mean people say Route 66, but there's Route and Route. So
right,
or you just call it the 40.
Yeah, the God of War. That's the highway. Yeah, that's the same. That's the same thing. Because I used to always say rhetoric, like that's a rhetoric question, or do you say it's a rhetoric? You don't say.
Well, it's a rhetorical question.
Rhetorical question.
Yeah, it's rhetoric, but if it's rhetorical, that's a different. It's like if it's like I don't know. I don't know how. I couldn't think of another example. But
I mean, you're the tutor, right? with Word Problems.
Really though, I'm a very grammar oriented person. When I was a kid, I won like a ton of spelling bees and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things that has always been associated to me by people who knew me when I was younger. So
I was in a spelling bee one time, and they asked me how to spell donut, and I said DONUT, and they said it was wrong. But we were in the cafeteria, and I pointed to the donut sign in the cafeteria that was spelled DONUT. Like, oh, okay, well, because I literally read the sign. I was like, oh, donut, it says it right there.
Wow.
I was like in third
So
grade.
Are they just looking at the menu and then calling off words for you to spell?
No,
Is that what's happening?
No, it just happened to be a word that they wanted. Okay, look, we got 11 minutes left. I got 2 more songs to play. We're gonna play Rhetoric Vendetta. If it is rhetoric, let me know. But I'm gonna go with Zach Martin because he seems smarter than I am, and KP. Let's see. This song is called Decepticons.
Dope.
Ooh, Transformers.
Here we go.
Ain't nobody gonna listen to music like this. You're standing there playing as fast as you can, singing like some sort of punk.
The last song is
Hold on.
Right. Gotcha.
It does not get much more punk than that, fellas. I mean, that is the most punk rock song on the show. I think that song is punk as fuck, dude. Like, that song is.
I like that intro.
If there's punk, I love intros that have like when they have like a speaking part, like a bunch of punks.
It reminds me of it kind of gives me like Handguns vibes. That song.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I know who they are.
Oh yeah, they're so they have a song where it's like a quote from Little Miss Sunshine. If you've ever seen that movie, where he's like, "If I want to fly, I'll fly," and that it kind of gave me that whole same vibe where it just really kicks in hard, kind of really sets the mood for the song.
It does not get more punk than that song right there. I'm telling you guys. I heard you guys talking about playing music, and Kenny P and I actually. So I've known him for a long time, like 17 years now. And
how long?
17
How long?
17 years?
A long time. Say it again.
A long time. A long time. We used to live together. And we were roommates, and we're going to start a band called Shotgun Wedding. Remember that?
Yeah.
We never did though.
I bet that's some like Southern hardcore shit or something.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
No, it was like in like the early 2000s. So it probably was like not.
I was gonna play the xylophone.
Yeah.
Shake the cowbell a little bit.
I was gonna try to make them sing.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So talk about knowing people for a long time. So I've me and the guys in my band, actually, we've known each other for like about 12 years, and it's funny. We actually started off when we first met each other. We both played in bands with the same name.
Really?
So it was really interesting. It was really weird how it happened. So I was in this band called The Last Great Bridge Jumper, and then it sort of some time passed, and we weren't a band anymore. And I got a message from a member of their band, and they were like, "We want to use your name." And I said, "Well, I wouldn't do that, but you can do that." And then they blew up bigger than we did. And then, like, years later, everybody disbanded, and we all met back up. So now we're in the same band together.
That's pretty cool, man.
That's a cool story.
It's like I'm so busy with work and family with kids, and it's really hard for me to get to be in a band, but this podcast gives me the outlet to be able to almost be in that band for the few minutes I'm playing that song. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fitting kids is where it's at, period. Like, that's the goal, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I love it. So, I want to play the last song we're playing on the show is Steele Justice. This song is called Acid Love, and this band is the one out of Belgium.
I really like this one.
Yeah, I like this. I like every single song, and like I say on every episode, thank you to every single band. We could not do this podcast. I remember when I first started doing this podcast, I was like reaching for bands to like people I know, please let me play your stuff. And now it's like I don't have to do that. I have like a huge list, and we're just growing all the time. And I absolutely love it.
If you need Atlanta bands too, I'll hook you up because there's a lot of people around here. If anybody in an Atlanta band is watching right now, talk to me because I will get you the contact.
Yeah, and by the way, this is not live, but I will post it live. I guess not live; it's recorded in like about an hour. What I do, I don't do it live because I adjust the volumes to make sure everyone sounds good.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, but I want to play, this song is called Acid Love. The band is called Steele Justice, out of Belgium. So, love it, fellas. Here we go with this one. You know, I wonder if I ever mess up and say a band's from somewhere they're not. Like, I look them up, like, and a lot of times I don't know where they're from because they don't tell me when they email me. So I have to go on Facebook, find their band, see where they're from. And they didn't tell me. I don't think they told me they were from Belgium. They may have, but I went online and saw that they had like some shows lined up in Belgium. So I'm assuming that they're from Belgium.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying to Kay, I was like, man, it's funny because he speaks great English. Whoever that is.
Oh, did he pop? He popped off, huh? His phone died.
Oh, did he turn off?
Yeah, his phone turned off.
Oh no.
Well, he told us it might. He told us it might.
Man down. Man down.
He has to go buy a new phone charge. That's what happens when you zoom on your phone. But
yeah, hopefully I'm good. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
No.
But yeah, another thing too about that band, I really like that song because it's kind of like it's one of those like deceivingly 4-chord songs where like they do a lot of really interesting things in between doing that whole 4-chord progression that they do,
right?
And it makes it worth listening to as a musician when bands like kind of take that little step to play extra chords and different things like that too, especially in that genre.
You know, it's kind of weird. Like the first on Sunday we did our first like punk podcast, which sounds kind of cool. Punk podcast, like it goes together, you know. But
right.
And most of the songs I felt were like a little bit like kind of more pop punk.
Yeah.
And on this podcast, not really like that would and I would not even say that's pop punk at all, but I would say it's probably the most poppiest punk one, but it's still not. It's still like this punk. This was definitely more of a roots to the punk scene kind of podcast.
Yeah, there's certain bands that like have that quality too throughout like, you know, the history of I guess like pop rock maybe. It like I wouldn't call, I mean, some people would probably call like All American Rejects pop punk. I would say they're more of a rock band.
Yeah, they're from Oklahoma too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're from the All American. In fact, I think I met their drummer like at a nightclub downtown a long time ago when I first moved to Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Like 14 years
That's
ago.
awesome.
And they were like really big, so I was like...
I met the bass player from Newfound Glory one time. It was really cool.
Do you know who was also there at the nightclub that night that guy was there?
Who?
Ron Jeremy.
Oh, wow. That guy, yeah.
Ron Jeremy.
Oh, there's a whole lot of stuff going on around him right now, too.
Is there?
Yeah, man, you should look that one up.
Okay, I will. Stay right there. I don't want you to go anywhere. I'm going to play my outro song, and then just stay right where you're at. Here we go with the outro. Thank everyone that listened to this podcast tonight, and we had a great time.
Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sports book in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to BetfredSports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.